And we're back. This is the last movie of 2017, The Disaster Artist. So we're here for the before and after. So directed by James Franco, based off the book, has been getting rave reviews, so looking forward to that. We have James and Dave and Seth Rogen. The cinematographer usually works with Seth Rogen's produced stuff, so he worked on this in the end, and I think that was alright, but everything else afterwards is like So cinematography wise, I'm not expecting much, but I'm just here for just the reenactments of The Room and all that stuff, just to see how they really humanizes Tommy Wiseau. So that'll be an interesting watch. And yeah, that's it. I don't know what else is to expect. Alison Brie is in this, and I think she's playing a different role that's not in the actual movie, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, pretty much the highlight is just to see James Franco being Tommy Wiseau, and I don't think I'll be disappointed in that regard. Anyway, that's it. That is before, and this is after. Wow. Okay, seriously, there's an after credit scene that no one's talked about, and there was only like 4 other people in the theater. I'm actually glad that I was just chilling, listening to the credit music, and I caught those scenes. It was hilarious. It's Tommy Wiseau meeting another dude. I actually don't know the context. It's just weird because it's literally James Franco chilling out or talking to Greg's friend, who is actually Tommy Wiseau. But anyways, let's get back to the movie. Great presence. I think seriously, it's gonna be such an irony if this gets an Oscar nomination for anything, like adapted screenplay or lead, because it'll just go back to the whole Wiseau thing. Like, he was just following his dreams and no one gave a crap back in the day, but now it's like blowing up and everything. So definitely Dave Franco, pretty standout performance from him. Proves that he can actually do some drama, so maybe after this we'll see him more around in terms of just dramas and all that. James Franco, I mean, I watched a lot of like interviews about this movie when it blew up, so like the accent thing, I think for me isn't as gimmicky funny as it is, but granted there are some really awesome lines like crazy mom or the human behavior. Everyone did their roles fine. I guess I just thought there would be more actual shooting, but a lot of the movie talks about before and after, and it's just interesting to get into like the whole like persona of like what Tommy was going through when he was making this film and what Greg was part of it. I mean, the book came out and Tommy sort of wrote that off, but the fact that this movie is based off the book and Tommy Wiseau is coming out for the press junket, I guess he's supporting it. So it'll be interesting to just check out the book and see like where the differences and all that. But definitely interesting to watch. I mean, granted, it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be, but I guess my audience was just, I don't know, they were just laughing at anything. So it's kind of like, how do you guys find this funny? So it's kind of weird. So there was more laughing than I thought there would be. I mean, there are one-liners here and there that are pretty amusing, but overall it's a pretty drama-driven thing where it's just like you understand where he's coming from. He's not as crazy as you would think. I mean, I watched The Room twice, and just thinking about what the guy was thinking when he was making it was just like, this guy is a whack, and it reflects that in the cast and the crew. But when you watch this movie, you realize just what he learned and what Greg sort of did for him, and it was just pretty crazy to have that drama and just understanding of his person, which is, did not expect that. I mean, I knew going in that was what they were trying to go for. James Franco said all that, he was trying to humanize him, and I think they did a pretty good job. So anyways, props for the fact that this movie phenomenon exists. Like, for a movie costing $6 million back in 2003 and then making no money and then having this cult following of 14 years, and now it's having this film, and if it gets an Oscar nomination, like I said, that's gonna be crazy. But anyways, it was enjoyable. I don't know how you would feel if you didn't watch The Room, but I guess you'll be more intrigued to like watch The Room, because afterwards they show some of those compare and contrast scenes, or just like where they recreate scenes from the actual room and side by side, and you see it how it's done. I guess people will be like, oh, it's so bad, let's go watch it. So definitely the cult status is going to continue, just because this movie is sort of, I don't know if it gave life, I think it gained a lot more traction and a lot more audience that probably wouldn't have checked it out. But granted, there are still people who would just like watch a bit of it and go like, this is total garbage, and it's really hard to watch. So my advice, never watch The Room by yourself, because that's just torture. Anyways, that's it. This is the last movie of the year, 2017. Looking forward to 2018. This is the before and after for The Disaster Artist. Later.